Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Terra Invicta in our glorious Illuminated Cultists campaign, singular, actually. We are playing as the Servants, to better use their actual name in-game. We have just named them the Illuminated, because it's, in my opinion, a little bit more thematic. We are following their story as they attempt to understand the aliens, following the leadership of one particular woman who believes that the aliens have come to Earth because they are lost, because they have lost their way. And they believe that those among humanity that choose to embrace the aliens can help them find their way again. In that we are servants. But at the same time, we are shaping the destiny of the aliens. In some ways, even as they shape ours. Now, let's continue. In our current situation, we control significant parts of East Asia. Well, okay, not that significant. We don't control China, and that's pretty significant. But we control South Korea, we control Japan, we control Singapore, we control Australia, and New Zealand. And we even have a command point here in Russia. So, let's continue on. If our assignments all plotted out from last turn, which is Ash Bland, Jean-Luc Deprez, Jingju, all basically just increasing our opinion, public opinion in places. Asteroids is defending the Russian control point, because it's right now not worth investing influence into yet. And Hydra is attempting to inspire someone. I'm actually going to stop him and have him do something else for the time being. Looking here, what could we be doing? We could actually be advising already, though his advising stats are not particularly great for this situation. So in that case, are there any counselors we can detain? Yeah, there's technically, we can see one counselor belonging to the initiative, who we could attempt to contain, but the chances are slim. Well, let's not do that. What I'm going to have you do instead is actually run surveilling here in Russia, because this is clearly a point of contention. There's lots of factions all jockeying for this position. We also have a base, a budding base. It's really nothing to write home about yet, on the moon. Singular little outpost has been established, but there are still many things that we need to concern ourselves with. By the way, it's kind of cool. The two bases that have water are on the poles, to my knowledge. Which makes sense. There would be water on the poles. Frozen, of course. But that is how that stuff works. We can't build anything further on the moon base because we need actual... we need mining. Deep space mining. So, let's confirm our assignments and proceed onward. We're going to shoot this thing up to full speed as we zoom in onto the Earth itself. Alright, protecting target. Excellent. He is protecting Moscow. He's going to continue protecting Moscow. Xenoforms detected in the Rostov-on-Don region. So, xenoforms. We have detected what appear to be alien microbes and plants in the Rostov-on-Don region of Russia. They are thriving and threaten to displace the native biota, which strangely do not seem to be resisting their advances to the degree we would expect. A direct application of force, either via a counselor mission or army operation, could or should be able to reduce or even eliminate its spread. We will begin preparations for a research project to better understand this phenomenon. See, we could do that, or we can let it run its course. I'm gonna let it run its course, because this actually helps us. You will see we get bonuses to performing missions in places where there is xenoform.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Okay, Taiwan is now at 43% with us. We're going to try and increase this even further. Right, we also control Taiwan. Public campaign success. We're at 27 in Russia. That's pretty good. And our outpost at our outpost Bamiyan base at the Piri crater is now done. However, still don't think there's anything else we can do here as of yet. Actually, we can. We can already set up a solar collector. It'll give us the power that we need in order to build something further, because every base has its own power, right? The outpost doesn't cost anything. The outpost right now is using up one of our four signal control, or mission control, it's using up 3 cash per month, 0.15 of our water per month, which is a problem because that's being subtracted from our boost right now until we can set up a mining operation there. Then it can be self-sustaining. And then 0.15 of our volatiles, which is another resource that you get from space. This is going to be unfortunate because we're not going to get much volatiles out of this. In fact, we're probably not going to get any. But we're just going to have to eat that in the hopes that our water income is going to be good enough. But what we need to do is build a solar collector, and I think we're already just going to straight up start doing that in preparation for when we have the mining base unlocked. Then we can build a mining base, and we're just going to use this as a place to build, to have a solar collector and a mining base, and that's it. That's all it's going to do. All right, we'll build it on Earth and ship it up into space. That's unfortunately going to be quite costly to our boost, but there's nothing else we can do as of yet. Can't build in space, so this is just going to be the start of our first colony. So we have a solar collector. It'll be online. It won't do anything for us yet until we can mine, but anyways, moving on.
Winning their hearts and minds.
Public campaign mission success. Very good. New Zealand is now mostly under our control. We can stop there. Unification. Russia and Armenia have decided to unify into a single nation. Interesting. Concerning. Possibly good for us, though, if we can actually take Russia. I'm not sure if I want to. Might just want to hold on to one control point to prevent anybody else from fully seizing control, or from fully seizing executive control. Alright, Iceland, under the control of the Initiative, and Russia have formed an alliance. Okay. Cool. So, somebody's going to have to go investigate alien activities, and it's going to be our astronaut here. So he is going to head to Murmansk and investigate the aliens.
We'll recon the site.
Everybody else is going to continue on with what they were doing before.
Defending the VIP.
Initiating recon.
Continue surveilling for now. I want to be able to detect enemy agents. Right now, the war in Ukraine, it seems like Russia is once more just like its armies are getting absolutely wrecked. Increased popular support for Thailand. Continue on. We want
We
get
will
even
never
more.
know if Lise Meitner and Otto Hahn even dreamed that their discovery of nuclear fission would one day be used to build spaceships. Let us hope, nevertheless, that we would have made them proud.
When nuclear
Chancellor Li Qingzhao, keynote speech at the Spaceport Summit.
When nuclear fission was discovered in 1938, few would have believed that we would one day use it to launch mankind into the vast endlessness of space. And yet, based on our foundational work in achieving nuclear fission in space, we now have created the first generation of solid-core fission systems to power both habitats and spaceships. By using a solid fuel made of heavy radioactive materials such as uranium dioxide or plutonium oxide, we can create a reactor that sustains a chain reaction even in zero-G. The first fission reaction is activated by bombarding the solid fuel with slow-moving neutrons to overcome the binding nuclear force that holds the nucleus of an atom together, releasing a flood of neutrons and energy as it breaks apart. This released energy is captured as heat by pressurized water cooling systems designed for space. This is an advancement that will enable new and larger habitats beyond Earth's orbit, and spaceship drives more powerful than ever before possible. Future fission systems will likely employ molten or gas core fuels, which our researchers believe will put us on a more even footing with the alien visitors. Alright. So, we now want... We're space mining. Are we already researching space mining? I don't think so. Oh, this is actually the research path. Okay. Because we want electromagnetic propulsion, right? No. We want... thermal propulsion? Where is electrostatic propulsion? No. Sorry. We need to find nuclear freighters. Like, ASAP. There's one more thing that we need to get to before. I think it's molten core fission before we can get to. Because we need to get to solid core fission, so we need nuclear fission in space still. This is the one we need for nuclear freighters. Solid core fission systems. So we need nuclear fission in space. Nuclear fission in space? Is that already being researched? Industrial military science. No, okay, hold on. We can see... Industrial military science, and you guys are doing space mining and refining. Okay, that's good that we're doing space mining already. I'm a little confused. I may just be seeing something. This is not the most user-friendly interface, I will say. Nuclear fission in space is already unlocked, but the other one we need is electromagnetic propulsion. Okay, that's the one we need. Alright, then we will go with electromagnetic propulsion, begin our research. And let's actually invest here. I want to go for global research space mining, because we need to get there.
We found something.
Right. For the xenology research bonuses. Good. Right, we have an army. An Australian army, the 2nd Division. By the way, if you've given me advice on what to name, like, I'm recording this 3rd episode before the first one has gone out, so, yeah. Several episodes ahead. But we'll get to things eventually. I'm going to be recording several episodes every weekend and then having them come out during the week, because I don't have time during the week to record. I have been given a control point here in Finland, actually. Interesting. I don't need this. I am going to be forced to abandon the nation. Because at this point, it's just in my way. Alright, great. So our army is now under our control. So yeah, if we control Finland, we're way over our cap, which, as you saw, dropped our influence income from 28.5 to, like, 8. It was kind of bad. Let's actually look and see what corporations are available. We have the Tiberius Semiconductors, which will give espionage, which is good, and 2 influence income, which is also not bad. It's not great, but it's okay. It's okay. Anybody could use... Yeah, you know what? You can use this. So I'm going to give it to him. Because having him have a higher espionage is going to be good, because he can actually use espionage actions against enemy space stations later in the game, once the space station business is more of a thing. Confirming...
By for orders.
Alright, what are you going to do? We have you. You can public campaign somewhere. Should you be publicly campaigning in Taiwan? Oh, Taiwan is still only partially under our control. So we could launch a purge here, but there's going to be a 0% chance of success. So what we should actually be doing is doing a crackdown. Now, the chance of this crackdown actually working is pretty minor. So maybe we should attempt to gain a control point here. This will set us back. But... ooh, is it worth it? I don't know if it's worth doing that yet, to seize this. We could get rid of a control point somewhere else. We could get rid of New Zealand, but I don't really want to. New Zealand is now starting to become semi-profitable. It's just not very good. Especially compared to Taiwan. No, we don't want to lose any of these. No, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. What we can do instead is just publicly campaign in Taiwan and Jingzhou here.
For orders.
What's he gonna do? I don't mind actually using him to advise. So we're gonna have him advise in Korea. Who's gonna buff up Korea's science and finances.
Lending my expertise. On guard. Offering assistance.
Yeah, repeat it.
Initiating surveillance.
surveillance will allow us to detect people if they come
Public
here, so
sentiment
actually we
is
can see right there
increasingly
there's
with
an agent. That's what this symbol is. It's an agent. This is an unknown agent who we have spotted. We don't know who that is, but we'll work on them.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Great. We're at 55 in Taiwan. We're going to leave it. Then I want to actually crack down the Humanity First node there, because we don't want them taking Taiwan. That would be bad. Alright, our solar panels are online. We're at 2.8 boost. We need a lot more boost, and anyways, we need to wait until the mining research is complete. We've gained another control point in Finland. What? We just control Finland. Well. Actually, stay on mission control. Be good. That's going to give us an extra mission control very soon. Let's ditch armies we don't need. We don't need nuclear weapons in Finland. Reduce military. I'm fine with unity being significantly reduced. Welfare. It's got very low inequality, so I don't think we need any welfare. And let's upgrade our economy. I mean, since we have Finland, we may as well use it, right? Although, I think it's already abandoning it, but... Yeah, Okay.
Ready
Don't
for
look
orders.
depressed. Okay. Whatever. What are you gonna do? Let's do a crackdown. No, are you gonna be good at a crackdown? Actually, yes, you are. We're gonna attempt a crackdown here. We're gonna just put 4 influence into it. 33%,
Turning up the heat.
not much. And then Cash
I'm
Bland
here.
is going to attempt to do the same thing. I just want to break down the those jerks.
Targeting their center of power.
I'll keep them safe. Offering counsel.
Okay, great.
On
Advising
Overwatch.
is going well. Surveillance continues. We haven't really... Yeah, we've seen one enemy agent, but that wasn't due to our surveillance, so... New project available. We can now undertake the Nuclear Freighters project. Alright, now we're talking. I'm changing my project immediately, and we're going to this. And we're just going full ham. I'll keep one, because we do need mining. Otherwise, it's all basically for nothing. Great. So you'll see, Nuclear Freighters decreases the boost required to get to the moon, to, like, send things up to the moon by, like, half. Our adversaries have conducted a crackdown on the national... Okay, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. I'm of half a mind to straight up abandon Russia. I can't.
Targets lost.
Their control is
Alright,
vulnerable
we've
now.
cracked down in Thailand, that's... Or, sorry, in Taiwan, that's good. Control point lost. Okay. I'm abandoning my other one, too. Screw it. So if we abandon that, we can take the rest of Taiwan. So I'm going to take the second control point in Taiwan, and then if we can kick out the Humanity First, because I can take a small hit to our influence there. Okay, so Russia has made an alliance with Iran. Surprising. They've also formed an alliance with North Korea. Interesting. Slightly worrying. Yeah, the initiative is fairly strong. They need to be curbed. Not sure how they're getting all of these, all of this resources to control the control points that they have, but they have a lot of power. Okay, Cash Bland, you are going to launch a purge against these guys here in Taiwan,
Removing
so
our
we're just going to
enemies.
straight up take that, and then
Acknowledged.
we're going to control nation here, and then we're going to seize full control over Taiwan. And we have lost our defense in
What's the
South
op?
Korea, so we're going to need to immediately put that back online. I'm going to send
Securing our
Akira to
control.
do that. And honestly,
Ready
you can
to
stop
go.
defending Russia. It's not getting us anywhere anymore. They've already cracked it down. There's no point in defending it. So what he's going to do instead is actually advise South Korea once again. He's going to upgrade its
Offering
science.
support.
Gonna reduce the welfare a little. And, you know, we're going to keep the military spending up. We want to make sure we maintain pretty good capabilities there. Do we? No. You know what? Fuck it. I don't really think we need to concern ourselves with building a navy. We'll keep it like that. Alright, let's confirm our assignments and move onward.
I will help them,
Advise mission complete. Good.
lending my expertise.
Ah, there's 2 advised missions
Protecting
happening. That's
our
a
interests.
mistake. They don't stack. Well, they do stack, but there's diminishing returns. Yeah, that was just South Korea. We already fixed, so we'll be good there. Not gonna be able to move against us. We are going to need to defend Taiwan, though, so I'm gonna take a look at that. Taiwan has a space launch center, which is good, so that we can get boost out of Taiwan, and we can further upgrade Taiwan to give us even more boost, which will be great.
We've gained significant support.
Wonderful.
Our people have taken
And
control.
we have executive control over Taiwan. Excellent. Excellent. Everything onto boost. As far as building an army goes, is that going to be worth it? I think, given the current circumstances, no. Same with nuclear weapons. Increase our funding. We're going to keep 2 on welfare. Want to make sure our economy's in good status. And knowledge can stay as it is. I'm going to keep unity down to 1. And our military we can do like so. So that way we got a lot going into boost. It'll be good. Gained a control point in Colombia. I honestly don't need Colombia. Especially if we're now suffering a huge hit. So we are going to abandon that control point. Thanks, aliens, but control point lost. Yeah, we've lost our control point to Project Exodus. That's fine. I prefer them to take it than somebody else. We've learned the Academy failed to purge a control point in Taiwan. That's, learning. So, defend Taiwan.
Ready.
That needs to happen
Where do you
now.
need me?
So, we are going to... Who are the people that I have that can defend? Okay, it's just Jean-Luc and
Standing by.
Agira. I'm going to send Agira.
Ready.
Agira, you defend Taiwan.
Making things safe
It's
for
going
our
to cost
people.
me 20 influence, and right now our influence income is not great anymore, but it is what it is. So we should probably stop advising and focus on continuing on with our public campaigns. You can go there.
Must persuade the people.
Jean-Luc Deprez,
Your
you can
orders.
also go there. We know that somebody's
What's
currently
the op?
gunning for Taiwan, so I want to prevent them from taking anything. So let's actually start to investigate some of the enemy counselors. I think we're in
Eyes
that
on
stage
target.
of the game where we need to start
Ready for
being a
orders.
bit more proactive with that. How are things in Korea? Things in Korea are good. Things in Japan are slipping. Somebody is attempting to worm their way into Japan. And I think it's the Academy. So we're
Work in
going
the
to do some public support there. And we need to get more control points.
Securing our interests.
That's going to be difficult to do. All right, defend interest has been completed. Excellent. Taiwan is defended. So we don't need to worry about that anymore.
We cannot just send up a bunch of diggers and hope for the best. Even dirt doesn't behave the same way up there. One might as well build a house upon a pile of rice. Director Khalid Alashkar, from his irregular newsletter, preparing for tomorrow.
All right, hauling raw materials up Earth's gravity well is the very opposite of a long-term plan. In order to spread further into space, we must be able to obtain at least some of what we need from space. Fortunately, nearby asteroids have no shortage of minerals and rare metals, from which we can begin to construct ships and facilities in space. Iron, carbon, aluminum, copper, oxygen, nitrogen, and water will be most urgently required, but gold and platinum will be readily available too. But one cannot mine in space as one could mine on Earth. For one thing, low or microgravity means mined resources cannot tumble neatly into containers or be automatically gravity separated by type, while structures cannot be directly built onto the surface. And so it is that the first method devised to address this is a distinctly unglamorous one, a system of long up to 1 kilometer cables and collection bags to tether equipment to an asteroid and prevent mined resources from simply floating away. This is an important start, but truly mass mining will require more advanced solutions and the capability to do and use more in situ form, rather than depend on what Earth can send. So, we've got ourselves our outpost mining complex, so we can now build one of those, but we need to get nuclear freighters. We need this as our project first. So there's two things we need to do before we can build that
I have
mining
new
complex.
information.
Investigate Counselor critical success. So we have learned of a counselor from Project Exodus, who apparently has a loyalty rating of maybe 15.
Wrapping up here.
That is unfortunate. I don't really care about Project Exodus. I'm gonna let them do their thing, unless they really mess with me. I was hoping to find one of the initiative, because then we can start making actions
Public
against them.
opinion is moving in our direction.
Alright, we're at 59% in Taiwan. We're gonna keep here in Taiwan. I want to have more public support.
Public opinion is moving in our
Same
direction.
in Japan. You're gonna get out of Taiwan and actually head up to Japan. Alright, strange behavior. We have new reports of returned abductees in the Helsinki region of Finland. Their relatives say they are behaving strangely and saying the aliens are peaceful and here to help humanity. Our analysts believe this is a sign the aliens attempting to gain influence by shifting public opinion in favor of the illuminated. Very good, very good. I think I'm just going to abandon my second point here. No, I can't. Why not? Maybe we already are. Okay, so we can send somebody. So we're going to send Asteroids to go and investigate the alien activity in Finland.
We'll see what we can find.
Standing by.
Are going to head up to Japan. We need him to... Ooh, shit. It's kind of low. Do we invest some money into that? I think we should. Invest 20.
Telling our story.
62% chance. That's not too bad.
Standing by for orders.
And we're not going to assault alien facilities because ultimately the aliens are here to help us. Assaulting their facilities would jeopardize our relations with them, so we're not going to do that. I'm going to have them start inspiring our guys again, so let's have them inspire Cash Bland.
I'll make sure they're on our side.
And then Cash Bland
Standing by
himself
for
is going to
orders.
mount another investigation of an enemy counselor. He's going to go for one of the people in Russia.
We'll
Because
see
we know
what
that
they're
the
up to.
Initiative has a presence in Russia. The Initiative and Project Exodus are sort of duking it out, and the Protectorate are duking it out over Russia, so I'm hoping to catch one of the Initiative's agents, and then we can start taking hostile actions against them. Alright, let's confirm our assignments and proceed onward.
I couldn't get through to them.
Inspire failed, that's fine. We can repeat that.
Nothing unusual found.
That failed. We'll repeat that too, because we had a very good chance of succeeding there. But apparently it didn't
People
work.
will
They may have
come
gone to
our
ground.
side.
Alright, Taiwan is at 72%. That's pretty strong. We'll have them stay there just to get it even higher.
We hold no sway in their
Okay.
minds.
Keep trying in Japan. Japan's a little bit of a tough nut. They have quite high GDP, so that makes swaying them quite a bit more difficult. New project available, molten salt batteries. Not really sure about the specifics of which batteries you want for your ships yet. It's a lot of
Recon complete.
stats to take into account. A lot of numbers that I don't know exactly what they all mean yet, so... Alright. We have completed the Speak with the Chosen objective. We have, at last, been able to meet with some of the humans chosen by the emissaries. Contacting them has been difficult. Many unfriendly eyes are upon them, and some have disappeared once again, perhaps for good. We have learned to be extremely cautious upon a first meeting, and only later in a more secure location to speak of more sensitive subjects. The Chosen are, of course, careful to not give away their emissaries' secrets. They listen, but do not speak. Earning their trust and convincing them to place us in contact with their emissaries will be a long and slow process, but as hard as it is, it will be a mere dress rehearsal for the task that lies ahead. Indeed. New objective, learn the alien ways. Control is key. The aliens believe that through control they can find safety. How could they not? Whatever has damaged them so, it has left them drifting, purposeless, and so in their confusion they lash out. To them, it must seem that exercising dominance is their one last refuge in a frightening and dangerous world. But control can be an illusion. Once something obeys our direction, we come to use it, to depend upon it, until eventually all of our choices are shaped by what we persist in believing serves us. Tools are the subtlest traps of all, for they pull our attention outwards, away from ourselves. It is our own desires that are the most dangerous of masters. One who holds godlike power in his hands, yet who is unable to resist his baser impulses, is less free than the lowliest servant. That's kind of true, actually. Very true. We've lost our control point in Colombia. That's fine. And I didn't want it. Alright, we have lost our defense in Japan. That's very unfortunate, so we're going to need to spend 20 more influence to reestablish our defense in Japan.
Where do you need me?
We can investigate more alien sites, so there's currently alien activity going on in Quito, which is the
Let's see
capital
what we
of
can
Ecuador.
Your orders?
Ready for my
You
mission.
are going to
Protecting our
reinforce our
interests.
defenses in Japan. I think that's going to be very necessary.
I'm here.
And you, we could assault an alien facility, but let's not do that. Don't think we actually really benefit from assaulting the aliens. I would rather be friendly with them, obviously. Confirm assignments. Keep him on inspiration for now.
Making things safe for our people.
And interest has been completed. Very good.
The loyalty remains questionable.
Inspiring is still not working, but we'll get there. Eventually, we're going to roll that 30%.
We've got some intel on our target.
Investigate counselor mission success. We have identified, or we have improved our knowledge about Iwan Hart. We know the target identity, Iwan Hart, and their affiliation with the Protectorate. God damn it, again, another faction that I don't really want to take hostile actions against. That was our investigation of another counselor, but...
Public sentiment is increasing.
Right, we're at 51%
with us.
in Japan. That's good. I want to stay above the 50%, so I want to give myself a little bit more of a buffer. All right, Russia is... or North Korea has joined the war against Ethiopia. What the hell? Russia has merged with Belarus. Russia's getting very strong. That's concerning.
Here's what we found.
Okay. Done the investigations in Quito. And we've lost our defense in Australia now. God damn it. It's pretty annoying, especially when you're managing a bunch of territories. So we need to set up a defense network here
Making
in
things safe for our
Australia
people.
now.
Ready for my
Jean-Luc
mission.
Deprez.
At your service.
Ah, look at this. There's still more alien activity
Reporting
going
in.
on. So we're going to head to Los Angeles. Ah, they're
Headed
attacking-
there now.
They attack LA. I'm
I'm
just going to
here.
let them have it. Like,
Where to?
LA could probably do with an alien attack. All right, now we actually have good success rates in Japan, so
Making our
let's
case.
capitalize on that.
Reporting in.
And you are going to continue investigating potential enemy counselors. So why don't you head to this other
Tracking
guy in
target.
Russia and hope that we finally catch one of these initiative bastards that they're doing their dirty work. So I'd like to be able to detain one of them. Get some intel on the initiative. All right. Okay. We can,
Securing our control.
yeah, defending interests. We've done that.
Person of interest surveilled.
Investigate counselor mission success. All right, we've got one of the initiative. That's good. Ooh, and he's here in North Korea now. Matthew Zaborowski. You, sir.
Our cause is unjustified to
Public campaign failure. What the hell? Did like a 90% chance or something.
Our case remains unheard.
It was apparently reduced since we checked it. Interesting. Try it again. We'll get there. New project available. Outpost mining. Now we're talking. That's what we need. We need to hurry up and finish nuclear freighters. Let's see, where are we? We're about halfway there. I'm gonna drop this. We don't need mission to the asteroids. I'm gonna go full into nuclear freighters. Then we can go full into
Recon complete.
outpost mining. All right. Independence for Balochistan. Alright. So, Balochistan is ceded from Pakistan. Interesting. Yeah, that's... Oh, wow, that's this whole thing. No, that's this whole thing, of course. Interesting. Okay. Well, good on them. Okay.
Ready for orders.
Agira, what are you gonna do? Let's actually check our organizations. Let's see. Ah, look at this. See, there is something. Athens Industries would give us extra money. That could be worthwhile, considering it's quite cheap here. But Jovian Intelligence Group will grant +2 investigation and the investigate abilities and the detain and surveil abilities. So that could be good for... actually for this guy. Because he does not have those. I mean, he has investigate alien facility, but he doesn't have the other investigation abilities. And his investigation stat isn't too bad, so this will actually make it kind of good. So I'm going to give that to him. And Athens Industries is just, like, gives you money, and it's a reasonable amount of money, actually. So I think it's probably for the best that we give this to somebody, too. Why don't we give it to him? He doesn't have anything yet. It doesn't really matter. I just want to make sure that all of my counselors have slots open. Except for the one that only has one slot that's already being used, but he's a lost cause. Right, we're looking pretty good. Oh my god, we can recruit the Kimura. Yeah, we must have a criminal or must have a control point in Italy or a counselor from Italy. So that's why where they're from actually matters, and it kind of is nice to have a counselor from multiple different places, but we can only get one more counselor slot, and that is a much more later game thing. I actually have not reached that point yet, where we've gotten the 6th slot, so I don't know when that's available.
Ready to go.
But let's see here. Is there anything we need to do? Oh, yeah, Taiwan is peaceful, that's peaceful, South Korea is peaceful, everything's peaceful, great. Could just launch some coups on, like, smaller nations. Just to prevent our enemies from, like, securing any sort of dominance anywhere. Like, why don't we just launch a coup in Afghanistan? That'll, nah. It's already been cracked down. They're not getting anything out of it anyways. I don't want to advise. We have really bad income right now. I don't want to do anything that spends points. But we can attempt to detain him. It's going to be a 10% chance of success. We need to check to make sure this guy isn't a hard target, but we don't necessarily know that. No, we can know that. Alright, he's not a hard target. Only a 10% chance of success. We could spend ops to increase that, but the thing is, it's going to increase on its own if we investigate him more, which we can now do. So let's actually, quick, exit out of this. Investigation should trigger
Ready
before
for
detaining.
orders.
So if we investigate this guy, where is he? Oh, there's actually 2 counselors that we know of. So we also know of Zarif Sasi, who's of the Initiative. So we're going to try and investigate him
Surveilling target.
further.
Your orders?
And then
Acknowledged.
he's going to attempt to detain. We can only get him. 6% chance only for a detain on him. What about the other guy? Agira here. 23% chance on him. Oh. Oh, then in that case, we should still continue investigating. Sorry. Cash
Where
Bland,
to?
you investigate this Matthew Zaborowski, all right? Zaborowski. Sorry. Spend 4 ops.
Investigating target.
Reporting in.
Once we've investigated him more, the chance of detaining him is going to be higher. So you can put that on him. What the hell? Now it's like less again. And this guy?
Standing by.
You have a 23% chance. Okay. So you could continue investigating, actually. Small chance of success, but we may as well try. Let's just gun for this guy, see if we can fully catch him out. Then Agira can attempt a detain. I'm not going to put anything into it. I'm going to rely on my surveillance working. This may be a wasted mission. It's probably not going to work, but You never know. Let's see how it goes. Alright.
Tracking failed.
Yeah, that's not a good start.
We found nothing of
Yeah.
note.
He must have gone to ground.
They got away.
So that's the thing.
Moved the needle.
If you're investigating an enemy agent and they go to ground, you basically waste your turn. And so it's always a little bit of a gamble on doing that. But at the flip side, if you feel like one of your agents is being stalked, which is kind of hard to notice, admittedly, and if you go to ground, you'll actually throw them off too, so... Defense has a much higher... well, defense basically has automatic success, whereas offensive abilities trigger after defense and aren't automatic, so it's pretty easy to keep your guys alive. Continue publicly campaigning in Japan. We want to get as much support there as possible.
We've moved the needle.
Very good. Alright, we've lost our control point in, or our last control point in Finland. Unfortunately to the Initiative, so we should actually attempt a crackdown there, just to prevent them from getting anything out of it. So, we're going to send Cash
orders.
Bland to go and do exactly that. Wow, the chance is 0? Really? No, it should be here. What's the issue? Why can't I hit that one? Weird. That's a little unfortunate. It must have already been defended, but they just took it this turn. Why can't I target it? We do have an agent there that we could investigate, actually. That's probably another one of the enemy agents, so I'm going to send him...
Initiating surveillance.
Get some intel on that guy. We have alien
Standing by
facility
for
we can
orders.
investigate. We should
Where
definitely
to?
do that. And Agira here, you are going to... What are you going to do? He doesn't really have all that much he can do, except for inspire. So let's actually inspire, which was the guy that had low loyalty? Can't remember. I think it was Asteroids.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
Or maybe in Cash Bland, but whatever.
I don't think I changed their mind.
Just keep at it. They'll come around eventually. Alright, we're at 9 boost. That's looking pretty good.
Surveillance complete.
Once we have nuclear freighters, that's where we're going to start spending it. Investigate counselor mission success. Nice. Alright, so we've actually investigated that other agent of theirs, Zarif Sasi. So let's... No, don't do that on
Prepping
permanent
for the
assignment.
next
That was
mission.
stupid. So Zarif Sasi here, let's see. What's his deal? We don't know too much about him, so we actually need to investigate him again. Try and get some intel.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Great. Japan's at
People will
59,
come to
Japan's
our
at
side.
62. Keep it going. Russia sent another army into Ukraine.
We found something.
And another one. Oh, no, that's an occupation. I think. I don't know. They might finally be winning. It would be unfortunate. Thankfully, no one directly controls Russia, so... They are thus far unaligned, or at least conflicted in their alignments. Tell you what. We could have him start sabotaging territories. What if we sabotage this Cosmodrome? That would be very difficult to pull off, especially with our limited public support there. What about continuing to actually build up public support in Russia? So that regardless of what happens, we will have an influence there? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I should also just be
We'll see
honing
what
in and
they're
trying
up to.
to catch their
Ready for my
counselors
mission.
out. At the very least, it'll force them to go to ground, which will take time. You're going to investigate other counselors.
Tracking target.
At your service.
Agira. Can we capture anyone 2%? That's not really worth it. Especially if we don't know whether or not he is a hard target. Because if he's a hard target and you fail to take him, you die. So that kind of sucks. Go to ground, actually. That's going to help, because right now they know about us. That's going to decrease our chances of success, I think. I don't know if that actually matters, but it would make sense that it would. Or if it does.
Going into hiding.
Okay, he has gone to ground. That's good. Alien base detected on Oberon, right? It's one of the outer planetoids. Not really of any concern. Actually, it's for the best.
We've got some intel on our target.
Investigate Counselor Success. We found Yvonne Beckwith, part of the Resistance. Okay, that's interesting.
Wrapping up.
Let's take a look at her. We still don't know much about her, unfortunately. Other than that, she is a judge. And that she's operating in Pakistan right now. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything further on Zarif Sasi. He may have gone to ground.
Public opinion is moving.
No, he's still there, actually, so we just failed to investigate him further. Alright, 65%. You're going to stay there working on Japan. The other guy is going to stop.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We're going to have him do something else. We're at 10.7 boost. That's pretty good. We're getting we're getting 2 whole boosts per month, which is pretty solid. How close are we to nuclear freighters? Very close. Probably another, less than a month. Perfect. We'll be done in September 26th. Be great. Investigate Zarif Sasi. So that one didn't actually go to ground, which is interesting. You're going to investigate him too.
Target.
Everyone on him.
What's the op?
Not you, though. You are going to get some public support in Taiwan, though. I feel like that wasn't actually necessary in the slightest. And we should actually work on Singapore a little bit, so hold on.
Ready to go.
At your service.
Let's
Reporting in.
send these guys to Singapore.
We must persuade the people.
You too.
At your service.
Your orders?
And
Where do you
Agira?
need me?
Agira, what are you gonna do? He's gonna inspire him again.
I'll speak with them.
Hopefully increase their loyalty. We should also check to see if any of these guys have XP. So yeah, he's got enough XP to level up. There's also a shit ton of new organizations that we can use. Whoa, what? Space mining output bonus 9%. Costs 10 boosts to acquire. Astrantia metals. Holy shit. That's pretty good though. But not worth it right now. This will be good. +3 administration. This will allow him to get like also 2 extra orgs. Because it'll basically up... so that'll go from 5 to 7 to 6 to 9. Or sorry, 6 to 10. Because it's going to give him +3 administration. But it does cost, though admittedly the cost is pretty minor. That's okay. That's alright. For public campaign, I want to give this to the guy that doesn't have public campaign. So, Agira here. I'm going to give him Gazania Consulting. This will allow him to do public campaigns. Let me check. Is this the right one? Yes. Great. That is now something he can do. There's also the Chameleon Foundation. That's not good. That is not good. That is a very bad organization. Alright, so somebody who already has reasonable administration. And the reason why I want that is because if I give the Syringa group to somebody that has good administration and science, they're going to be able to advise, and the advising is going to help really well. So actually, Aristides here, I think is going to be our best bet. So I'm going to give this to him. It didn't do what I thought it would. Maybe we have to wait till next. Yeah, I get it. But let's give him... Actually, let's straight up give him another administration. Okay, because he can get 2 potential points, unless we want to give him a good one here. Ah, look at this. It's okay. And remove careless. But he's not doing any spying, let's be real here. That's alright. Plus 15 to scientific research, because what is... Our monthly income is 435.6. This will increase that by 15. Okay, it's not that big. But it will give whoever gets this +1 security, and his security is very low, so I am going to buy this for him. Caledonia Research Associates. And we are going to grant him +1 persuasion, and... Okay, +1 more persuasion. He's going all in with that. You... I want to get +1 espionage. Again, you're my main spy. He has 38 XP. We could get him several things. We get him more command. Would be good. He can advise, so he actually has good stat. He has a good stat array for advising, especially in military affairs. So I might actually get him an extra point in administration. Also going to give him another org slot for later. But alright, so that's good. That's all good. Ah, you technically also have one. Agira. What do we give you? He's our officer. Earthbound. I would remove Earthbound. We don't really need to remove Earthbound from him, I feel. Opinion Leader may be good. Eminent would also be good. So would Connected. Connected would help with our influence. I'm going to actually give him Connected. Right. Great. Continue on. Slightly more influence.
I couldn't get through to them.
Of course not.
We've got some intel on our target.
Critical success on Investigate Counselor. Very good.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
So he should be quite well investigated. Nice. We've got his actual loyalty score. We know basically everything about him. He does have a loyalty of 12, which is pretty difficult to deal with. But unless he goes to ground, we may be able to actually abduct him.
Nothing unusual found.
Shit. That's not good. That may have tipped him off that we're after him.
Winning their hearts and minds.
I have increased popular support for the Illuminated in Singapore. Very good. Keep on it.
Public
You
opinion
too. We're at
is
60.
moving in our direction.
Singapore, let's get it even higher since we can. We may as well. Boost is at 11.4. We'll definitely have enough to build that mining operation once we actually unlock the tech for it. Once we get nuclear freighters, we're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. Okay. Ah, look at this. Turn Counselor, 0% chance of success. Great. Sabotage Project. Ooh. That could be fun. We could basically stop their... Yeah, I'm going to try this, actually. This is going to be cool. So we're going to attempt to sabotage one of the projects that
Ready for orders.
the Initiative is working on. That'll be good. And he only has a 2% chance of succeeding there, so let's not do that. Let's have him go do some investigations on other counselors
Initiating surveillance.
that he has a more likely
Where
chance
do
of
you need me?
succeeding on. And you...
Standing by for orders.
We're going to do nothing.
Where to?
What about Jean-Luc Deprez? Jean-Luc
Ready.
Deprez, we might be able to detain... Look at this. We actually stand a reasonable chance of detaining him. I'm going to invest 4 ops into this. 69% chance
bring them
to
Ready to go.
abduct this guy. Once you
Ready.
abduct him, once you abduct someone, you can really do what you will with them pretty easily.
Their loyalty remains questionable.
Spire failed, as expected. For a 30% chance, he's failed that a lot.
Surveillance complete.
Alright, we've investigated him even further. Or, no, this is a new guy. But one who's associated with the, it's Zaborovsky again. Alright, interesting. Huh.
Target secured.
We've detained him.
We'll
Excellent.
be ready for new orders soon.
So, we have taken Zarif Sassi hostage.
Mission abort.
No, now we can't sabotage his projects if that happens. That kind of sucks. But we might be able to do some other things. Let's quickly look. Ooh. That's good. Actually, very good. I will give it to him. He needs the security. And it's going to give us more science and help out with our spaceflight research, all of which is good stuff. Okay, keep going.
Public sentiment is increasing.
Alright, we're at 64 in Singapore. I think that's good enough. Project complete. Nuclear freighters. Awesome. Go immediately into outpost mining. That is what we want. Focus all of our research towards this. It should be done in 1 month. Excellent. So with nuclear freighters... war between Pakistan and Balochistan. Huh, what a surprise. Alien base on Titan. Oh, that's close. That's like the moon of Saturn. Yep. What we need to do is found a platform. We want to do this on one of the 2 interface orbits, because this is where we can build up scientific stations that are actually going to benefit our countries on Earth. So let's build one in low Earth orbit 1. It's only going to cost us 1.5 boost to get one up there, so that's very easy to do. So we have founded our first platform right now. So this is going to be our platform core. Lushan Station will be the name of it. And looking at it here, we can build several things. First thing we need is power, so we're going to immediately get that going. Once we have power, we're going to build ourselves a space dock. So with the space dock, we're going to actually be able to use things in space. So the resources that we're stripping off of the moon, we're going to now be able to use here at this station to build further things. This is going to cost a lot, actually, so I'm going to hold off on that, because that's fucking expensive to build. Ooh. Even with nuclear freighters. No, we need the mining first before we do that. One step at a time. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But we have the foundations here in any case, so it'll be good. It is costing us more water, which is reducing the amount of boost we're getting, but we should be okay once we get that mining station up the moon. I don't know how much that's going to cost. I think it's going to be pretty expensive, so we shouldn't buy anything else with our boost. In fact, we should try and get more boost. I know just the way how. Providing we can find a sympathetic ear. Alright. A couple of things we can do here. So we've still got this guy. So one thing you can do is you can actually detain them again, just to keep them in prison.
We'll grab them.
We're going to have him continuing to do
mission.
that, and that's going to prevent the enemy from ever using him. You do some public campaign. How's Australia looking? Australia can use a bit of work. Yeah, do it in Australia then.
Making our case.
Asteroids. I want Asteroids to... No, you detain Zarif.
Eyes on target.
Jean-Luc,
At
because
your
he's a bit
service.
more capable and can do
What's
other
the up?
things. See if we can target somebody else. There's a 38% chance here. We can bump that up to a 69% chance. We may be able to detain another enemy counselor, Zaborowski. It'd be
Eyes on
hilarious
the
if we would
target.
have like 2 of
Where
the
do you
enemy.
need me?
2 of the initiative's counselors would be captured. We have an 81% chance of... Okay, no, don't detain Zaborowski then. Cancel that. Sabotage him instead. That sounds even better. So, no,
Sending
not
back for
Asteroids,
orders.
but this guy, I'm going to have him do something else. I'm going to have him actually make contact with one of the other factions. So we can make contact with Project Exodus,
Initiating
where
contact.
we can initiate diplomacy
go.
with them and possibly even do trades. So, whereas Cash Bland, instead of detaining the other counselor of the enemy, he is going to attempt to sabotage their project. And I'm going to put 2 ops into this to make it an 89%
Reaching
chance.
lab
'Cause
security.
That's going to sabotage their, whatever tech they're working on. Basically reduce it. So that's going to give us a
We'll
little bit of
open
an
the channel.
advantage. Right, so we have
Embrace
made
conquest
contact.
if you really must. We will be long gone.
See, this is why I'm okay with these guys. They already accept a non-aggression pact without wanting anything in return. So, here is what I want. They have 12 boost. I want their boost, somehow. They have a shit ton of money, though. Holy crap. Where do they get this money? I could give them 5 ops. Would they give me 1 boost for that? No. What we could do is trade orgs. I don't know if I want to trade any of my orgs. What about projects? There's nothing really to be done here. We could trade some influence. I could trade 20 influence. Fair trade. That would get us 1 boost in a non-aggression pact. I don't know if that's... We do 2. They don't want to part with more than 1. We'll earn all that back easily. I think it's a fair enough trade. Plus, we'll have a non-aggression with Project Exodus. Which is good. I have no ill will towards them. You know, if people want to leave and not interact with the aliens, I'd rather have them leave than fight against the aliens. So, good on them. Spire failure. Yeah. Try again. Actually, I should probably have them do something else.
Got the package.
Alright, so we still have him. Keep repeating that. I want this guy just to be...
canceled.
Ah, the guy must have gone to ground. That sucks.
We've moved the needle.
Alien base on Asbolus. Interesting. And a station. They seem to be doing that simultaneously every time. We are approaching the completion of our mining technology. Will allow us to build a mining
if it
base.
isn't ours, it's somebody else's. And if it's somebody else's, sooner or later, they'll use it against us. That's why we have to take it, whether we need it or not.
Yeah, this guy's an
Come
absolute
on,
piece of work.
Castillo. 5 moves ahead.
Between Mars and Jupiter are a trove of rocks full of valuable elements. They fall into 3 broad categories. Stony asteroids contain some metals and some rare fissiles. Carbonaceous asteroids are sources of volatiles, and metallic asteroids are rich in base and noble metals. Chances of water grow where asteroids are located further from the sun. While much further away from the moon and Mars, their negligible gravity will allow us to construct catapults far more cheaply. Alright. So, we can now actually send probes out to asteroids, which is something that is highly recommended. Now, we're limited in the asteroids we can interact with, but looking here, we can get a vague estimate of how much resources are going to be on these asteroids. So, we need to look and see. That's potentially a good one, depending on if the numbers are low or high. That one's possibly even better. The Ceres... Ceres is really good. I'm going to send a probe to Ceres, because if we can get a colony on Ceres, that would be fucking dope. But we have several probes that we can use. That one's good. That one's really good. I want that. We're going to send a probe there. How many probes do we have, actually? I honestly don't know. That one's also good. We're going to send another probe. Oh, shit. We have to actually click launch probe, of course. Cool. Probe launch towards Ceres. Yeah, this one was fucking cool. We're gonna do that. Excuse me? Ah, that just came up. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately they have, escaped. We really need to weaken the initiative, and humanity first, but I feel like humanity first isn't very strong, so... Let's focus on weakening the initiative, and we can do that by,
We will bring it
inciting
down.
some unrest in Sweden.
Ready for my mission.
You're going to... Actually, I'm gonna have,
I'm here.
No, he's continuing to detain the enemy operative. That's good. You keep
Reporting
on
in.
that. Do I have...
Standing by.
No, I'm gonna have him investigate the alien activity. And Jean-Luc Deprez... What are we gonna have you do? Let's actually see if we can get some crackdowns going in places of import for our enemy. Sweden's already cracked down. All of these territories are cracked down, basically. What about here in Poland? think we could do a crackdown there, but the chances are very low of succeeding. What about, here in the Czech Republic? We can do one. Let's actually put some influence into that. Crackdown
Targeting their center
the
of
enemy
power.
there. Cool. We need to sabotage the initiative whenever possible. Prisoner of no further use. We have received word that our prisoner, Zarif Sassi, is no longer in the employ of the initiative. Wow, we kept him prisoner for so long that he straight up released them. That's hilarious. I have never seen that before. Cool.
Now as then, territorial disputes boil down to one group of people gazing upon a new land and calculating who would need to die so they could own it. Thousands of years of purported civilization have done so little to curtail our most basic reptilian impulses.
Hey, don't label that on the
Commissioner
reptiles.
Kiran Banerjee, speech at the United Nations.
He's right, though. Military science has long concerned itself with the multifaceted problems that occur when coercive force is applied. Humanity's impending expansion into its solar system, and likely beyond, heralds a new era of doctrine. In addition to an explosion of technological innovation, military commands must now take into account variables present during engagements on worlds with rules different from our own. The traditional definitions of hard and soft power are no longer applicable in the time of the 5th generation warfare. Increases maximum military tech level for all human nations by 0.5. Ooh, cool. We get mountain warfare doctrine that we can unlock. Interesting. We can actually
Mission
investigated this one.
canceled.
Alright, yeah, obviously. Alright, outpost mining is done. So, what we're going to do right now is we are going to build, research the fission pile. So the fission pile is a power reactor that you can put onto a base or a space station in a place where solar energy is not viable, which is basically anywhere beyond the orbit of Earth. So this is going to be very necessary for potential colonies to Mars. Speaking of colonies to Mars, can we actually send a probe to Mars yet? No. Not to other asteroids. Yeah, we could to asteroids. So let's quickly check these sites here. That one's not bad. But there were a couple that were really, really cool. That unfortunately I've lost. That one's pretty good. Psyche. This was the one. We're sending a probe here. Probe launched.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We
Pause.
lost their trail.
Crackdown
The
failed.
revolution is coming.
Try it again. Increased unrest? Very good. Try it again. Destabilize Sweden. And then we're also going to send a probe here to Europa. And how many probes can we send, actually? This costs boost, doesn't it? I think it costs boost, but maybe not. Investigate alien activity. Good. That one's not very good. Vesta here is pretty nice. That's good. I'm going to send a probe to Vesta. Ab module complete. Great. We have our first space station. It's, here it is. Look at it. It's a tube with the tube attached. And attached to the second tube are long things. It's a solar panels. But let's see here. We could potentially already build a space dock. Cost us 8. No, I need to save up for our mining equipment, and we need to actually send out our mining equipment right now because we can. So let's look at our moon base. Shall we? Here we have our moon base. So, opening that up, it's got the power we need, so all we need is the outpost mining complex, which is going to take 24.7 boost. Produce. Holy shit. That's expensive. We need boost, guys. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ham. We're gonna go ham. So every nation that has a space program, I am decreasing priority on everything else. To a certain degree. So that's going to be a 27% emphasis on boost. We're going to do the same thing here. fact, Japan doesn't need a military. Right, 30% into boost there. Singapore doesn't even have a space program. That's fine. We're going to keep Singapore purely for economic purposes. Australia, you're going full boost. I can actually do this in a, like, much less dumb way. There we go. And then we just do it like that. And New Zealand even has boost of its own, so... 38% into boost. Alright, what's that putting our boost at per month? That should take a little while to fall into effect, but it's not going to directly affect it, but it basically means those things are going to tick up faster, which means our boost per month is going to increase at a higher rate.
Ready to go.
Alright, Asteroids, you are going to, because the fucking agent just, like, quit, basically. We had a prisoner for so long. Go do some public support here in Australia.
We must persuade the people.
You're still attempting a crackdown in Hydra here. You can launch some public support in places where it might be good for us to do. We actually have a 1% chance in China already. Intriguing. So we can up this a little bit. It's going to be incredibly difficult to pull off a takeover of China, and besides, we don't have the resources to, like, run China. So, let's just not. Why don't you just do that
Making
here?
our case.
Okay, let's confirm our assignments, and continue on. So we need a lot of boost. Get our mining complex up into space. A rival cult arises. A pro-alien cult is gaining adherents in Sydney. If allowed to continue, it could lead to wider support for the aliens. Oh yeah, bring them into the fold. Gain an Oregon faction pool. Ooh. Yeah, what did we get? I don't see them anywhere. Maybe they need to still show up.
Will come to our side.
Yeah, I think we're good in
Public
Australia.
sentiment is increasingly with us.
We're at 60%.
Public sentiment
62%.
is increasingly with us.
Hit them where it hurts.
Crackdown success. Nice. We have launched a crackdown on the Czech Republic.
The
We'll
revolution
cripple
will not be today.
Cash Bland. Ah, shit. He's been captured. We need to break him out. Okay, increased unrest mission critical fail. Okay, so he was captured trying to sow a bit of chaos throughout Sweden, which is not ideal. So hold on, let's close that. Let's get him an augmentation. So this is forget his name. Let's see here. It's our astronaut. Giving him some espionage. Not necessarily a bad idea. Okay, I don't like the fact that you've been captured. That is a problem. We are going to try and break him out, because you can actually do that. So it's not easy. Alright, any second. New marketplace. Oh yeah, new orgs available on the marketplace. Alright, now we need to look. Alright, Canada, under Humanity First, has ended its alliance with New Zealand and Australia. Makes sense, they don't like us. Yeah, I'm not seeing this organization anywhere. So either that's bugged, or something. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. It's not these guys, this is the Pathfinders. Okay. Who can extract a counselor? That's what we need to do.
Standing
Cash
by for
Bland, you're in
orders.
prison. There's nothing that can be done. You don't have that option?
Where do you need me?
I think the officer might.
Reporting in.
Ready for order.
Yes. So we can extract cash blend. It's going to cost us significant ops to do. It's going to cost us 8 ops. Get a 60% chance.
We'll get them out.
But let's do it.
I'm here.
In the
Ready for
meantime,
Where do you need me?
you are actually
my
going to investigate Cash Bland, although that's going to be difficult. Where is Cash Bland? Anyways, because we should be able to at least see the enemy. No, we can't. Shit. Hey, do a surveillance there.
Initiating recon.
Ready.
Standing by.
No, you're
Where do
not
you
going to
need
do
me?
surveillance. What you're going to actually
Acknowledged.
do is protect Cash Bland. I don't know if that's going to help, but...
Defending the VIP.
Right? That's what we're
Ready to
doing?
go.
We're protecting
Put
the
me
right
on.
person, right? Yeah.
I'll keep them safe.
Standing by.
Jean-Luc Deprez, you... Let's see if we can get some further crackdowns going on. There's already a crackdown there. Could do a crackdown here in Uzbekistan. So he's got really good investigation. So maybe we should be sending him... No, what I actually want him to do is go to ground, because right now it's clear that the enemies are reacting
Going
to
safe.
us and our spying, because they
Your
were able
orders?
to detain him.
Where to?
Alright, I'm gonna have him investigate the alien
the
activity.
way
We
to
still
the
need to
target
do
site.
that.
Ready.
Yeah, and he can't do anything because he's detained, so... Hopefully we're gonna be able to get him out before they do anything
On
bad
guard.
to him. He is at least protected. Okay.
Going off the grid.
I don't know if that works, though, if he is detained. I'm hoping.
We got them out.
Nice! We did it. Broken free. He needs to go to ground, like, immediately. In fact, I feel like most of our guys should go to ground. Fission pile is completed. Excellent. I think something we want to do now is we want to get some of these labs going, because we can start to build those in space. Although, at this point, we're saving up here. We're saving up boosts, so I'm just going to go with the Path to Paradise for now. The Path to Paradise should... Okay, more aliens everywhere. Let me check here. It's going to increase our control point management by 25. So that's going to be really good. Let's check back with our organizations. Maybe it's only showing up now. I don't get it. It just didn't show up, even though I clicked on it. Might be a bug. That'd be kind of unfortunate.
Recon complete.
Okay. So, our defense of Taiwan has expired, so we need to go back to defending Taiwan immediately.
orders?
So, we are going to send...
What's
first
the
off, Cash Bland, you are going... you're going to ground. Go to ground in the outback somewhere,
Go into hiding.
if you would.
At your service.
Aristidis, you've got some heat on you, like every faction knows about him, so I think it's best that all of our guys go to ground.
Initiating deep cover.
Jean-Luc Deprez, though, we do have to have one, so no one knows where he is, so he's safe to act, and he is going to defend Taiwan.
Securing our control.
Jungju, he's going to have to go
Ready
to ground.
go.
Everyone undercover. You can hide in Japan. And it
Going
does matter
off the
where you
grid.
hide, because if an enemy is, like,
Reporting in.
surveilling around there, they can still detect you, so... At least that's what I'm assuming be the case. Because surveilling, when you do it, the surveil action, that's, that's this one. You place them somewhere, and then it will detect, or at least it has a chance of detecting enemy counselors within that region, and then in any region bordering it as well. That includes if they're going to ground. There's still a chance of detecting them. I'm guessing. Might not be, but, he is going to, hide in New Zealand.
Going off the grid.
Right. So all of our guys
Evading
will be
pursuit.
hidden.
Securing our interests.
Going silent.
Going into hiding.
Hunkering down.
Okay. Once we get that, we should be able to afford a control point in something, so we're going to start looking at what nation we're going to want to take next. Oh, shit. Okay, the Protectorate's in India. Alright, that's fine. So we're going to probably want to start investing into China. Or the US. Problem is, neither of these places really has any sentiment towards us, so I think what's going to be a good idea is to have our people with good persuasion. So actually,
Acknowledged.
who's the best persuasion here? It's you.
Ready.
Jean-Luc Deprez. If you start campaigning in China, so he's the only one that's going to be able to successfully do this. It's going to be expensive to actually pull this off, but it's fine. We have the money. I can devote 320. This for 38%? Nah, that's ridiculous. I'll do 80.
I will try to sway the public.
Yeah,
I'm here.
It's going to be difficult. And I could do this for the 1%, but basically all that's going to accomplish is going to result in a critical failure, probably. Why don't you crack down North Korea?
Going after their people.
Standing by for orders. Where do you need me?
Oh, somebody needs to defend South Korea. Oh no. Hold on, why? Why are there only 2 pips there? Interesting. It's fine, it's fine.
Ready.
So he is going to defend South Korea, because we've lost
Protecting
our
our interests.
barrier there.
Your orders?
Jingju is
I'm
going
here.
to... Actually, why don't you do some advising? You can advise Japan.
Offering counsel.
Asteroids. He can also do some advising. He can advise South Korea.
Offering support.
So with both of those, that'll, because of these advising options, it's going to help out with the economy and the research. Both of which are pretty good.
Offering assistance.
Great. Don't repeat, though,
Lending my
because
expertise.
that is a
Securing
pretty big
our
drain
control.
on our influence resource. Which we just spent a lot of. Megafauna rampaging through Harbin. Ah. Oh, and it's gonna move into North Korea. That's good. If that destroys the initiative, that'll be great. So there's more alien megafauna rampaging around. I see nothing wrong with this. It's for the best.
Hit 'em where it hurts.
Crackdown success. Nice. North Korea is gonna be defenseless. This all turned out very nicely.
Public opinion remains unmoved.
Public campaign emission failure. Okay. That's a problem. So they're fighting the Chinese army. That's hilarious. These things look really creepy, I will say. Kind of Cloverfield-esque, but scarier in my opinion. Oh, for fuck's sake. Japan too? Alright. I guess we'll defend Japan,
Your
so we'll
orders?
send Asteroids to do that.
At your service.
No, Asteroids cannot. We'll send
Where'd you-
Hydra to do that. Go
Making
defend
things
Japan.
safe for our people.
Jean-Luc Deprez.
Ready for my mission.
Where to?
Keep trying to campaign in China. Oh my god, now it's a penalty? Hold on. What are the chances here? Xenoforming is helping, but yes, censorship is a problem and national population is a problem. We need just higher persuasion, I think. Yeah, put 80 into it for
I will
17%.
tell our story.
Just the thing is, like,
Ready
once you
for
get
my
one, it
mission.
gets easier to do it
Ready for orders.
further. That's just how that works. I'm gonna have him advise the military here,
Offering
just in case
counsel.
that thing decides to come down and attack us.
Acknowledged.
We do need to defend ourselves. Oh, we could sabotage a project from the initiative. Let's do that.
I'm going
See
in.
if that works. And then Asteroids.
Reporting in.
Asteroids is probably not going to succeed in sabotaging a project, so what he is going to do is just do some public order, some public opinion boost in our territory. So why don't you work
Telling
on
our story.
Japan? Just cause. Ah, now the
I will
megafauna
help
is fighting the North Korean army.
Securing our interests.
Okay. Hopefully we're
Yeah,
at...
well,
Yeah,
no one
alright.
hit him.
We've been able to sabotage the enemy, so that's good. Let's actually cripple their progress on the Nerva drive. So it's going to basically reduce their progress by a major setback. I don't know exactly how much that is by.
Science would tell us that we are nothing more than vibrating atoms. Everything in life is vibration, as Einstein put it. I put it to you that he was a duplicitous charlatan. Superior Judith Helm, Eternal Source, introductory video.
Since the dawn of the rocket age, our efforts to reach space have been limited to chemical propulsions, and all the inherent inefficiency and risk that entails. It is to electromagnetics that we now look instead, essentially jolting our craft through space. This is thanks to a curious quality in electromagnets that sees them vibrate when cooled to very low temperatures. While that is in itself scarcely a new discovery, a breakthrough which enables us to contain this vibration, then send it in a specific direction very much is. When applied to experimental, supercooled, superconducted magnets, made to vibrate some 400,000 times per second, this jolt can carry our spacefaring craft further and faster than chemical-based methods. With further refinement, this form of propulsion could see our craft potentially reach 1% the speed of light. An unimpressive figure on paper, perhaps, but in practice, it is a significant leap forward. It is, actually. Project, The Path to Paradise. We have completed, having attained a state of fragile safety. More and more of us now trust that the emissaries need not be feared. Yet, this would be an unsatisfactory status quo. After much charged discussion amongst the faithful, we have achieved consensus. One which incorporates the views of both those who wish to serve the Hydra without question, and those who see them as a stepping stone for all humanity. So, we finally have the name for the aliens. They are called the Hydra. Hail Hydra. So, we have 25 extra control points. Our work has spun off a new organization, the Shield of the Devoted, which is, that sounds cool. And we get 100 influence. Nice. Action objective. The emissaries do not trust us. This is regrettable but understandable. We are a violent species. The aliens are too, of course, in their own way. But anyone viewing the history of our planet would be inclined to evaluate us first and foremost as a threat. And what does one do with a threat? One controls it. Simply speaking to the aliens, urging them to trust us is of course not enough. The aliens would not believe us, and why should they? We must show them that we are worthy. The price may be high. Humans will die in the emissary's service, perhaps in their thousands or millions. Yet it is the garden that matters, not the flower. Each death, each sacrifice, is an act of proof. The emissaries have the potential to be something more, something greater than either of us could ever be alone. But hurt and lost as they are, they can only accept guidance from those they trust. It is our mission to earn that trust, whatever it takes. Oh, they actually have a really cool narrative. I like. You know what? I like this faction. I didn't choose the cultist life. The cultist life chose me. Let's see here. What do we want to go for? Xenology lab. Let's go for Xenology lab for now. That will allow us to build Xenology labs on space stations, which will be good. We're going to try and create a lot of orbital stations around Earth. Okay, great.
Our case remains unheard.
Is remaining difficult to deal with. All right, let's check the org market because we definitely have some that we want to look at. I still don't see them. Oh, they must be. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, we get these orgs, these organizations, which means we don't have to buy them. They're already ours. We just need to assign them to someone. All right. Let's look at the Shield of the Devoted. This will allow whoever gets it to control nation, to purge, and to defend interests. Grants them +5 influence income, +4 ops income, +3 persuasion, +5 command, +6 administration, and +10 security? What the actual fuck? I think we should give it to this guy. Just have him be our super agent. Although he doesn't benefit from command all that much. Actually, I'm pretty sure he can with the coup. Oh man, that would be really good. Giving this to our astronaut might also be really good. I think we should give it to him. The Shield of the Devoted. Hell yeah. We just need to make sure that he never betrays us, so we need to actually investigate his loyalty. Although that's going to be very difficult now that he has super high security. I'm just going to inspire him. And then we have the Lynx Worshippers. Missions granted Turn Counselor and Public Campaign. Alright, everyone has Public Campaign, but it grants +3 Influence Income, +1 Persuasion, +1 Espionage, and +1 Security. +1 Social Science Research as well, but that's more irrelevant. This is actually pretty good, too. Might be good to give to this guy. Well... Honestly, it's... I don't know, why can't he have it? Because he can only have one, of course. Then we won't give it to him. Who else uses espionage? You could. Give it to him. Or give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him. Alright, now he has 14 persuasion. It's pretty solid. We need to make sure that our chief agents, which is Jean-Luc Deprez and Jingju, and Cash Bland, stay loyal. So, get to inspiring him. I'm actually going to pump something into it. I'm going to pump 8 influence into this to make sure that it's successful.
Make sure they're on our side.
Jingju, you can also inspire now, which is pretty cool.
What's the op?
So you are going to inspire Jean-Luc Deprez as well. Just going to get a double inspire on. 8 influence for 69% chance of success. Nice.
At your service.
And, what do you do? You have an 8% chance of success in China. Keep at it. Keep at it. I'm willing to invest into this, because if we can start getting control points there, that's going to be really good. We can actually afford some control points. If we can start to work with China, start to control China, that would be really good. You. That's an espionage mission. You're going to fucking fail that, for sure. But you are not. You're going to continue sabotaging the enemy. Spend 2 ops. We now actually have a decent ops income.
Breaching lab security.
Acknowledged.
I'm going to keep sabotaging the initiative because I hate them. They're just horrible people. And their leader is, you know, the epitome of the upper echelons of the Dutch elite that I have come to not like very much due to working with them for many years. Oh, man.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Alright, inspire mission success. Nice. So it's going to increase his loyalty. We don't know how by how much, but I'm just going to assume that this is good. We just need to make sure that Jean-Luc Deprez is super loyal. Because he is our top agent. Data. Nice. Holy shit, we actually knocked that down by like 500 points. Let's crush it again. So we've basically just completely set them back.
Will come to our
Public
side.
campaign success. Oh, damn it. That's the one in Japan. Wanted to get the one in China. All right, Xenology Lab is complete. We can now build Xenology Labs on space stations and habitats. That's going to be good. Let's research alien flora.
We hold no sway in their minds.
Fucking China. Very difficult. Seriously, it's the hardest country to take over. I could go for the States instead, but... What did I just click? Oh god, I hate it when that happens. Boy, I really hate it when that happens. Well, hopefully nothing bad. I was literally clicking on that part of the map right when the pop-up came into place. That was, unfortunate. Ah. We don't have a defend interest in Singapore. We can actually afford to do that now. So let's do that.
Ready.
We'll send,
What's the up?
No, we'll send
Ready
Agira.
to go.
He's our guy for this. You're gonna go defend our interests in Singapore.
Protecting our interests.
Singapore is a 2
Where to?
control point place, so it's not bad. could also take Thailand. Thailand's fairly good. Vietnam's not bad either. But I think we got to really focus on the big prize. Look at that. 27,000. Like 27,000 billion GDP. That's a lot. That's in the, I think, 27 trillion, right? A lot of GDP. Okay.
Ready for orders.
Keep trying. We got a 10% chance now. All right, that's interesting. It's actually going up. Put 80 into it once more. Jingju.
Ready.
Keep inspiring
Ready for my
Jean-Luc Deprez. We want to make sure he's super
I'll make sure they're
loyal.
on our side.
Yeah, indeed. You are going to... What are you going to do? What are your chances of doing anything here? Nothing there. 1% chance there. Not worth it. Can you sabotage? But there's a more likely chance that he's just going to get captured. What if he initiates contact with one of the other factions? What about with... Do we need anything from them? Is there something we could get from them? I mean, I want more boost, but boost is pretty hard to acquire. Most factions aren't willing to part with their boost this early in game, and for good reason. Well, when in doubt, increase public opinion in places where it is faltering. In your territories where it's faltering. Always a good call. It's pretty good there. It's very good there. It's quite good there. All right, I think New Zealand is our weakest link. Fuel campaign in New Zealand. Cash bland. What are you going to do?
What's the up?
I mean, he could start trying to sow some unrest again. We could start sowing unrest in Sweden. Though Sweden is now held by the Academy, so actually I have no ill will towards the Academy. We're going to let them run Sweden. Damn. Not really very many places we can do this. Well, we could keep sabotaging. Yeah, let's keep sabotaging the initiative. Just prevent them from technologically advancing.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Very good. We have further inspired Jean-Luc Deprez.
Securing our control.
Interests have been defended. Nice. Please work in China.
They won't know what hit them.
So, sabotage Nerva Drive again. It seems to have diminishing returns. If it's already very low, so it's something you want to do on higher rank stuff, so we don't need to worry too much about that anymore. New Zealand has been swayed. We'll continue doing that. Just to keep him busy. Alright, project complete alien flora. There was a finite amount to be gleaned from our study of the vegetative life form we dubbed xenoflora, but not for a lack of trying. The issue is that we have thus far been unable to fully crack its genetic makeup. For elements thereof are so, for lack of a better word, alien, as to be thoroughly inscrutable to us at the present time. Neither have we been able to divine any clues as to its origin, other than to say it is most certainly not of this earth. While we have previously observed some correlation between xenoflora growth and alien crash sites, causation now seems highly probable. Even its behavior suggests this, or supports this conclusion. It spreads faster than any terrestrial flora or even fungus, and with eerie, almost machine-like regularity. To suggest that the xenoflora has been in some way genetically altered or even wholly designed would not be an unreasonable hypothesis. If left unchecked, it could very likely colonize a region in record time, preventing growth of all other flora. To what end, we do not yet know. It would therefore be prudent to find a way to limit the organism's spread, whether through military or biological means. Alright, let's now research alien operations. Or do we want to research energy labs? So if we research energy labs, we could put this into low orbit, into a low orbit station, and would basically grant us a bonus to boost investments. Let's actually do that. That's going to be really good, because I want to get a lot of those, then we can get more boost.
Justified to them.
God damn it, China!
In each of us, embers glow. Through meditation, prayer, and togetherness, these dim sparks will blossom into the roaring flames they were meant to be.
Yeah, there's some cult rhetoric.
Helm. Burn brighter. Self-improvement course.
Since the middle of the 20th century and right up to the present day, rocketry has relied on old-fashioned chemical combustion. Fuel and oxidizer are mixed and ignited with the combustion chamber, creating a propellant that is then expelled to generate thrust. A tried and tested method, and one which remains as fundamental now as it did decades ago. However, we can improve our existing designs to be far more fuel efficient and significantly safer by using lighter materials and refining our propellants to be more stable. This classical method of propulsion can take us across greater distances at lower costs. Nice. So we can actually get some projects going that will help with certain boosts. Oh no, India's involved into the Pakistan civil war. That's a problem. Technically, it's not a civil war anymore because Balochistan is independent. Hey, the North Koreans are actually fucking beating the shit out of the alien kaiju. Kind of a shame, really. Well, so it is. We have lost our defensive guard on Australia, so we'll need to reestablish that. So we're going to send Hydra to go and do that, because he's our man for the job. Go defend Australia.
Making things safe for our people.
That's bland. What are you going to do? I don't think we need to sabotage their projects anymore, but what about doing some crackdowns? No, crackdowns. Yeah, let's do a crackdown on Finland.
Turning up the heat.
Asteroids, keep working on what you're working on. Jean-Luc Deprez, keep on with China. I know this is a significant monetary investment, but this 80 money per 2 weeks, we're still actually earning money, because we're earning... You know what? I can even afford to do more. Although, is it worth it? No, not really. I mean, yes, it is, but...
make our appeal.
I'll leave it like this. And you are going to actually start inspiring our other top agent, which is you, actually, so never mind. You can't do that. Then inspire Jean-Luc Deprez again. We can further increase his loyalty. I want him to be as loyal as possible.
Speak with them.
We'll never know his loyalty because he's got such high security.
Laying the groundwork.
But we can at least assume that it's going to be high. Probe arrives. Alright. So, Mars. Mars has a lot of really good sites to occupy. Some that are going to give us all the water we need. Some that are going to give us a lot of metals. In fact, I think this one here, the Daedalus Planum, I want to send an outpost here immediately, just to claim it. So if we take this, that'll give us a lot of water, and it's going to give us a shit ton of resources, the basic metals to build with. And that's the most commonly used resource in building space things. The other ones are all useful, but they can all come later. It's going to take 5.1 of our precious boosts to get there, but at the very least, if we do this, no one else is going to claim this from us, at least not for a very long time. It's going to take a long time to get there, also, but it'll be alright. We're not going to spend anything more on it, I'm just putting it there to claim it. In fact, I might even claim another one. It's going to, again, cost us more of our precious boost. And is going to decrease our boost income in doing so. Oh man, I don't know actually if that's a good idea. No, I'm going to wait. The other factions aren't going to move in onto Mars all that quickly. So we're just going to hold this for now. We need to get our...
Crackdown complete.
Nice. Crackdown Finland.
We're winning their hearts
New Zealand
and
at 62. I wanted that to be China.
Our case remains unheard.
Nope. Still no success in China. God damn it. I want it. Don't make me take over the States instead. Somebody's trying. Somebody's doing something in the States, that's for sure. Oh, we've gained a control point in Syria. I'll keep it for now, but all I'm gonna do here is just exploit spoils. I'm gonna be a horrible, horrible person. Syria, oops, is, incredibly difficult to turn into anything useful nation-wise in this game. Because it is... Actually, it's in way less chaos than it was before, so somebody's clearly actually trying to do something, but a lot of the effects here are very problematic. Like, you have to invest a lot to make Syria into a profitable nation, so I am not going to do that. I'm just going to... I'll hold on to it, because I can. And then... Once I need to abandon it, I will. But for now, we're gonna reap the spoils. We're gonna just get money out of it, which is evil. I fully admit. Alright, but this is a video game. I know this is striking probably close to home to plenty of people, considering that is what many nations are doing to Syria right now, and I do not condone that in any way, shape, or form, but it's a video game. And, you know, one can be an absolute psychopath in video games. Syria under the control of Project Threat. Oh, okay. And with Turkey. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Good on them. So, Jean-Luc Deprez. Actually, let's check our orgs, see if there's anything we can acquire here. Currently, nothing here, though there is some stuff here. Okay, that's pretty good. That's very good, actually. Artemis Surveillance. We want to get that to somebody that has good espionage. Or not espionage. Yeah, espionage and investigation. So, giving that to him, he can't fucking afford it. He's just bad. We need to give him more administration. He needs 2 more administration. Otherwise, he just can't use orgs at all. So, I'm gonna start giving him them. Yeah. Ooh, the National Security Bureau. Costs money, but we can afford that. And it's one... Ah, but it has to be somebody from the US, I think. No? Oh, it must be somebody from Taiwan. Or no, they have to have a government trait. We control Taiwan, so this allows us to get the National Security Bureau. Which is from Taipei. Okay. Okay. That's kind of good. Not on him. Would be alright on our astronaut, but I don't think... No, this is good then. So it would be good on him. The thing is, he's not going to gain any new missions out of it. Because he can already... No, he can't investigate. Counselors. He can surveil. Can he? No, he can't. Okay, give it to him. Absolutely. And then there's Artemis Surveillance here. Which does not really benefit him. But at the same time, he's got the slots for it. The stats benefit him, for sure. He's gonna have 16 security. Dear Lord. And this will upgrade his espionage, but let's actually check to see if there's somebody else that could benefit from this even more. So for this guy, for example. No. No. He could. He absolutely could. You can move orgs around, it just costs influence to do so. So it's not that big of a deal if you put the wrong one in the wrong place. In fact, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this from him. And then we're going to give him this. Alright, it's going to put his espionage up to 13. And we can then give this one, which is now unassigned, we can give it to somebody else that's going to use espionage. So I'm going to give this to our astronaut right here, because he will be using that eventually. So this actually just cost us money to transfer. Some cost influence, some cost money. But it's usually worth it if you need to. People are, some orbs cost, cost financial upkeep, and they can really tank your economy if you're not paying attention. Just getting all the ones that you think are really good. Because the ones that cost money like that usually are really good, but, yeah. Alright. I think it's crackdown time. We don't need to crack down Finland again. We should definitely be looking at, these guys here, but they don't have any nations that are particularly strong. That are going to be easy to crack down. What about Iceland? Is Iceland already cracked down? It's not. Let's actually just do a crackdown on Iceland.
Applying pressure
it's on the Academy.
At your service.
I don't want them to be too powerful, after all. They're not really a threat to us. They're low priority, but if they're going to leave themselves open like that, we may as well
ready to go.
Slow them down a little. You are going to continue garnering public support in New Zealand for now.
Where do you need me?
Keep trying in China. One day, we're gonna actually succeed. 160. All right.
We must persuade the people.
Ready for
Jew.
orders.
No, actually, we can now have him,
Acknowledge.
Hydra, inspire Jingju, because we don't want to lose him either. So let's spend 16.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
And Jingju is actually going
Your
to
orders?
inspire loyalty onto Cash Bland, because Cash Bland is also quite good as an agent. So
I'll make sure they're on
we'll do that.
our
Hopefully
side.
this works. Energy lab is complete. Excellent. Now we need to unlock whatever. Let's actually sort by category here. These are just ship components. We don't need yet because we're not really doing ship stuff. Aim here. Oh no, this is actually a power plant. Solid core fission reactor. That could be good. We'll be good on our Mars colony, but that's still a ways away. Information science lab. Help increase our knowledge if we build these in low orbit on Earth. Interplanetary warships will allow us to actually build ships, but we're still quite a ways away from that. Supply depot. Again, more important for ships. Let's build... Let's go with alien operations. And for now, I think what we can do... They're going into industrialization of space. All of these are very good to have. That's going to be completed very soon. Ad Astra. What is this going to grant? Directed space research, orbitals, and settlement hubs. Okay, also very good. I'm just going to let them do their research on their own
loyalty
accord.
remains questionable.
Inspire mission failure. Seriously, both of them at 77%?
Just imagine, I fetchy, how this world would change if we could mass manufacture building materials in an instant. Homes built for mere pennies. Irrigation for every village. A brighter, fairer future for all. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, private correspondence.
This guy's clearly one of the good guys, along with the one who I keep likened to Naomi Nagata from The Expanse, the Resistance character. I think those are the two good guy factions. Maybe the Academy as well. To build our way to the stars, we require far more efficient resources than we have now. As the fourth most abundant element in the universe, and indeed the second most in the human body, carbon is a near endless and highly adaptable resource. By developing our understanding of carbon's properties and limits, we have become able to manipulate it at a molecular level. This will enable the creation of ever more impressive, yet ever more affordable building materials and structures, both here on Earth and, eventually, throughout the galaxies. Alright. I'm gonna research carbon nanotubes. And, yeah. Into composite armor and graphene batteries. Okay, new army deployed in Tokyo. Alright, Japan has an army. Long last. The Central Army is what it's called. Alien base detected. We have detected a base belonging to the aliens on Titania, which is not to be confused with Titan.
We've neutralized their key.
Crackdown on Iceland, successful.
Public sentiment is increasingly
Damn it,
with
I wanted
us.
that to be the one in China. Alright, well, we're at 69% approval in New Zealand. Nice. Oh. Wait, we had a legislator point in Ukraine? When did this happen? What? Since when? The aliens must have given us control of Ukraine.
Public opinion remains unmoved.
Ah, come on! You were so close. Oh boy, 34 Circe. Wasn't this one of the asteroids I was going for? So, I don't honestly know. It may have been. Oh, we're at the point where we can start sending out more probes. We should do. It's a pretty good one. A lot of volatiles available there. Let's actually send a probe out. New project available. Mountain Warfare Doctrine. Not really concerned with that. Aliens base detected. Alright. Daphne. All of these pretty good. Eunomia. Mediocre. Not bad. So not bad. Not bad, but I don't need those resources. We have already scouted this one, or there's already a probe heading in that direction. We need to look for these two, and we need to look for them in greater numbers than this. We're gonna get the rest of the resources sorted out much more easily than noble metals and, what is this? Fissiles? Yeah. These are the hardest resources to attain. And unfortunately, there's no real way to just, like, search for a place that you can get this more easily. So actually, Ceres, which we already got a probe heading towards, is going to give us some options there. So that's not too bad. Psyche, I think we have a probe heading for. Yeah, we do. Yeah, man. It's, about here. No, it's not very good. Oh, it's got a lot of water. Mabombo. Then there's Solas. But I don't think we can reach that. That's like outer planets material. Yeah, that's way out there. I'm just clicking on things that I can't even interact with yet. Yeah, because they have such elliptical orbits. It looks like it's right there, even though I'm looking down. It's pretty wild. Okay, Davida I already have a probe heading for. Palace. Not really what we need. Eunomia, I think I already looked at. Oh, man. They all kind of suck. Alright, except that's an outer planet. God damn it. We already got one going for Vesta. This one isn't too bad. Let's send a probe. So that's going to cost 0.5. So actually, we have enough probes going out. I can't exploit any of the asteroids that we're going to be shooting out there for a while anyway. So for now, I'm just going to leave it be. So, control point gained in Kenya. Oh, fantastic. And in Mongolia. Our aliens are just, like, giving us shit. Well, we now control Mongolia. Mongolia, as much as I love Mongolia, is not a very strong nation. So, alas, we're just gonna exploit it for its resources until we eventually abandon it, like horrible people. Remember, guys, we're not the good guys. Same goes in Kenya. Though, actually, Kenya is in a state of insurrection. I was about to be like, its economy isn't that bad. But it's in a state of insurrection, so I'm not gonna bother. Not gonna bother. We're gonna exploit it for the resources we can get out of it, and then once it falls from our control, that's just the way how it is. The aliens would say, I don't know, give us a control point in China. That'd be cool. Right, our Japanese army is now under our control, which is good. Okay, Jean-Luc Deprez, come on. I know you can do it. Hey, our chances are slowly increasing. We now have 41%. This is better fucking work.
Acknowledged.
Ooh, we can investigate alien activity. Let's actually send
standing by for orders.
Status to go and do that. Ingju, you are going to.
Ready for orders.
What are you gonna do? We're doing some crackdowns. Oh no, this is Cash Bland. Hold on. Cash Bland's gonna do some other crackdowns, I think. Cash Bland is just gonna be breaking enemy territories. What about here? What about Belize, huh? Do they have anything going on? What's the status of Belize? Belize has the worst GDP I've seen out of any of the nations in this game. So we're gonna straight up ignore Belize because cracking it down is going to make zero difference. What about the... they control the Gulf states. That might be worth cracking down. Although I think they're already cracked down. I wish it showed you if they were already cracked down. That'd be handy. Israel. Already partially cracked down, but we could do it again. Try and crack down the second territory on Israel. Let's do it.
Getting their key people.
Where do you need me?
Alright, you. We're gonna actually do some advising, because you have great stats for military advising, at least, and good stats for economic advising. Actually, no. You're gonna do inspiration. You're gonna inspire Cash Bland, because we need to actually do that. Gonna spend 16 influence
I'll
there.
ensure their loyalty.
And Agira.
What's the op?
Agira, you... Just gonna garner some public support. In... Damn, South Korea is like 100% behind us. Not 100%, obviously. But it's very behind us. Things are looking good in New Zealand. Let's do it in Australia.
We must persuade the people.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Good. Cash Blend has become more loyal. Don't know how loyal, but... overall, it's looking good. Please get this control point. Or please get this, like,
They've
public
moved
opinion
the needle.
boost. Okay, that's in Australia. That's not the one I
Crackdown
want.
complete.
Okay, we've cracked down Israel. Nice.
The people will come to us.
Yes! We're 7% in China. It all gets easier from here. This is the way in. I mean, it's still not going to be easy, but providing nobody else is trying to stick their fingers into China's cereal, which normally they don't until later. Okay, alien operations. Unhelpfully, domestic law enforcement tends to close investigations once apparent abductees return, and thus it has fallen to local operatives to follow up many rumors of erratic and aberrant behavior amongst the reappeared. Concerningly, their investigations and interviews strongly corroborate these reports, and indeed suggests that the true purpose of alien abductions is something more than mere research and experimentation. We do have some new understandings on alien activities and how humans may resist them, but we don't want to do that. Alright, so these are actually actions that the alien operatives... So here's the thing. You think maybe the aliens are just like a game mechanic that is plugged into the base game? No. They have agents going around. Every single ship that's crashing is dropping off an agent, an alien counselor. Or at least, that's what I think. It might not be every single ship, but I know some of them definitely do. And they're all doing actions, from destabilizing governments to transitioning control points to us to setting up these abductions, which are presumably bolstering their own research of humanity. Alright, objective complete. We have completed the Learn the Alien Ways objectives. It is clear now that the emissaries have chosen the path of direct control, exercising their power over the chosen directly. Nations are falling before them, as those in positions of influence fall one by one under their sway. Some among the species react with fear, others with anger. People and countries are being torn apart as the chosen and their enemies fight over the levers of power. We still have little understanding of how the emissaries control their chosen. The great danger is that their form of control is so overwhelming, so far superior to our capabilities, that it will leave their servants as nothing but mindless drones. Still, I do not believe this to be the case. The chosen that we have encountered are still recognizably human. Different, yes, but not entirely transformed. If the power they exercise is a matter of loyalty, of devotion, then we may yet succeed. Excellent. Find the alien path. We are drawing close to the point at which we must stand before the aliens with only our faith to guide us. I admit, it frightens me. Will I be proven worthy to stand alone in a dark place, to know that no one will ever learn what your fate might have been? It is a hard thing to face. The temptation is great to delay, to make excuses, to search for some technological golden calf that promises safety. Yet, that is the same trap that other factions have fallen into. They believe that their weapons and their research can protect them. But the only true path is to face our fears and to surrender to them. Yeah. Hey, what do we want to research? That's good. That's gonna be good. Gonna basically, if we build them in interface orbit, it's going to provide a 1% boost to our public opinion campaigns for every lab that we have. We, of course, need a low interface orbit station, which we have, by the way. We've got one. I'm just waiting to get the fucking moon materials that we need in order to actually, like, make use of that. We want to be able to build things in space. Space! Speaking of which, let's take a look. That's still... How much did we need? Only 4.7. Oh, God. It's gonna still be a little while. It's gonna be, I think 4 months. Maybe, I think 5 months, probably. Before we can build our thing. The only other option that we might have is we may be able to leverage some boost off of potential.
Here's what we found.
Rivals. Investigate alien facility complete. Excellent. We just need more boost. Let's actually check to see if there are any new organizations available. There are, indeed. Here we go. Look at this. Hey, this one's good. Oh my god, this one's really good. +5 admin and +91 cash, and then grants the hostile takeover ability, which I think is a command ability. I'm not sure. So we may want to put this onto somebody that could do good command. So him, for example, he's got good espionage too. So on the off chance it's an espionage ability, I'm just straight up giving it to him. It's expensive, but this is going to be absolutely worth it. There's also the Osiris Research Associates, +13 and +13 knowledge income and +1 security, which is not bad. We can give that to one of our lesser agents, for example, this guy. Because he can do advising, but his science is pretty terrible. So getting his science higher would be good. Although, ooh, look at this. The first U.S. Special Forces Group. No, I want to give this to our astronaut. Holy crap, this guy's just going to have all kinds of stuff. That's going to give him extra command and extra security. Allow him to stabilize nations, which he can't do. He can increase unrest, which he can't do. And he'll be able to assault alien assets, which he also can't do. So these will all be new abilities for him. I'm giving it to him as well. I'm just giving him everything. Guy's going to be an absolute unit. Ascalon Metals is just extra money and helps out our economic investments and our spoils, which we are actually using, and will increase our space mining output by 2%. I mean, worthwhile for something that's that cheap. We can just give it to someone. We can just give it to this guy, for example. And then the Osiris Research Associates, same deal. Like, it's quite cheap. There's no real downside to getting it, so let's give it to him as well. Although, yeah, then we can still afford a 3 slot on someone. Or on him, if we need to. We could give him Helicanthus, although he does not actually have... Yes, he does. He has all of these abilities. We need to give this to somebody that does not. He can... Yeah, but he can't actually use this. It's a little problematic. We'd give it to him, but it's not going to really work with him, because he doesn't have the stats for it. I think he's our best course of action, so let's give it to him. No. Like, really, all this is doing is giving +1 investigation. But sure, I'll give it to him then. We can always remove it, sell it, or trade it later. Ooh, okay, they're attempting to purge Ukraine. Again, that's fine. I'm fine with them wasting their missions in Ukraine. Alright, where are we at? What is that there? Oh, really? They've got boost. Hold on. %100% devoted to boost. That's what we're going to do with Mongolia. Alright.
Orders.
So, where can we increase unrest? Well, 76% chance of increasing unrest in Finland. Let's do it.
The government must fall.
And we want to keep the initiative kind of crippled.
Standing by.
Or at least on the back foot. I feel like we're doing. What are you gonna do? Public campaign, I think. Public campaign in Australia. We're looking good there, actually. We're looking good there, too. Looking good everywhere.
Telling our story.
In our territories, basically.
Ready for my mission.
So, China. We're now at an 11%, which I think we were at before, but we can devote 160 cash, so now we're actually running out of money, so we're only going to do 80 cash.
Making our case.
Hope that this works.
Where to?
You What are you gonna do? What's the stability in Mongolia, actually? There's subversion. So actually, let's make Mongolia a bit more stable.
We'll turn down the heat.
And I'm gonna have this guy actually increase our support in Mongolia. It's got a good space, or it's got a
I will try to sway the public.
launch thing. The Science Hand rocket station is fucking good. It's helping us out a lot. So we actually, I think, want to hold on to Mongolia. New project available. Okay. Alien movements. We'll be able to actually track alien counselors. That's the cool thing. Like, the aliens are on the map. We just can't see them right now. But once we get the alien movements research, we will actually be able to see them, which means we can interact with them. Other factions have the goal of, like, we need to capture one, and then even, or kill one to get access to, you know, dissections, basically. But I think we're going to probably do something different. We're going to probably try and make contact with one of them. It'll be cool, because contact is an option, after all. We have detected a station belonging to the aliens orbiting Sinope. Okay.
Violence is abating.
Stabilized nation. Nice. We are reducing the chaos in Mongolia.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Singapore is good. Please succeed in China. Balochistan has been conquered by India. Oh. Well done, Pakistan. Well done.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
We had an 84% chance of success.
Long live the
Failed.
revolution!
Increasing. Yes, good. So we have sown some chaos in Finland.
Our case remains unheard.
Failed in China. Okay, social science lab has been completed. So we are now going to go for... Let's actually... Do we want to go for management research? No. Alien origin? Or alien movements? Let's go for alien movements. Damn, that's expensive for presumably doing something that's not all that good. Actually, let's get this. It'll help with our future colonies, and we're gonna succeed there very quickly, so... Okay. Our homeboy here in Mongolia is going to continue stabilizing Mongolia.
Restoring order.
You are going to do some public support in Mongolia as well.
Making our case.
Ready to go.
And continue your work in China. You can afford 160. 41%.
Make our appeal.
Hope that works.
I'm here.
Qingju.
Ready.
Ooh, we can do a hostile takeover. That's going to allow us to steal an organization. Steal that from Project Exodus. Now, we have a non-aggression pact with them. This could be really good. But this may also piss them off if they find out who did this. But, you know what?
Targeting enemy
Are we the good
hordes.
guys? No.
Ready for my
So
mission.
we're going to do it. You can keep sowing chaos in Finland.
People will rise.
Org acquired.
Oh, wow. You can steal any of these. Okay. This is going to give us boost. That's huge. I mean, fucking, like, yeah. Hostile mission takeover, critical success. We also stole 50 cash in the process. Nice. Do it again. Basically just stealing
Violence is
organizations.
abating.
Alright. Mongolia is being brought down to peaceful. That's good.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Alright. We're at 19% support in Mongolia. We need
People will
higher.
be free.
Still peaceful in Finland, but we're getting somewhere. Oh, we're now able to research space tugs. That's going to be good.
We hold no sway in their minds.
And we failed in China again, because apparently we just can't fucking roll that 40% chance ever. Uh-oh. The EU has absorbed the Baltic states. Interesting. Ooh, high thrust probes. That means probes will get there faster. That's also good. Not good yet. Right now we have time. We've gained a control point in Norway. Fucking Norway is actually worth holding. Norway is pretty good. It's got a respectable amount of money. Doesn't have a space program yet, but we can just use it for economic purposes. We don't need an army here. Don't need nukes. Just gonna go with funding. Knowledge. Welfare, not necessary. It's already pretty well off. The inequality is low. We can boost up the economy there too. Unity, we can reduce down to 1 here. And military we can ditch, so we'll hold on to that. I'm not gonna try too hard to keep it, though. Right, we're done with that. So now, we will go to space tugs. This is going to speed up the delivery time of HAB modules, which will be great for when we finally have enough boost to shoot our mining module into space. Right, so speaking of shooting our mining modules into space, we need to actually do some stuff here. So keep sowing some havoc in
People
Finland.
demand justice.
Because
Your orders?
What's the op?
you are going to keep doing that, although actually, no. Better status, you are going to make contact with the same guy that we're stealing organizations from.
Ready.
We'll present a peaceful right hand while the left hand goes and, shakes him down without him noticing. Jean-Luc Perez is going to continue doing what he's been trying to do for this entire time, which is
I will tell
getting a
our
foothold
story.
into China, which is
Standing by.
going very, it's mediocre success rate. You can
make our
public
appeal.
support in Mongolia, and let's go. Let's try and get that boost from
Establishing contact.
Project.
Embrace
Okay,
conquest.
they
if
have
you
a
really must.
shit ton
We
of.
will be long gone.
All right, they are willing to trade us 3 boost, which will actually get us exactly what we need. Probably. It might be like we might actually be needing like 24 point something. I think we actually need 24.7. In which case this won't, but it'll get us close. What can we trade them? They probably would like to have ops. We could trade them 15 ops. I'm actually willing to trade even more than that. I'm willing to trade like 25 ops. And I am willing to trade some organizations. Some of the not very good ones. Like this one, for example. Oh, not that one. Keep that. He says that this is a fair trade. It's not, but okay. All right. We trade. Fantastic. I think let's quickly check if we can build our mining module finally on the moon. Look here. Fury Crater. How are we looking? Oh man, yeah, so we need 24.7 indeed. Alright, well, we're gonna be very close. We'll be able to get this by the end of the... very soon. Ticking up. It's ticking up. It's going.
They will now serve us.
What organization are we gonna steal back our organization that we just sold? But no, we won't do that. So this cog is another research slot, actually. Or another project slot, which could be good. But right now, I don't think we need it. You're just dividing your attention among multiple projects. Steel project. I want that. Great. Trade them organizations, and then we steal other ones from them. It's nice. So where did we get them, actually? Ooh, we can actually get this. That's going to cost income. 10, though. It's going to give whoever gets it +4 administration, which is going to be really good for somebody that can do research, and also somebody that does not have many org slots. So you, for example, he can't do research or advise. Actually, he can advise, but none of his stats are good for advising, so I think I'm going to ignore that. And we could give it to... He can advise too. Actually, I'm going to give it to him. Now, yeah, he will have more orgs available. They're not available right this second. Who did the stealing? It was This guy, right? Yeah, Artemis surveillance. But interesting. Wait, we can buy ISIS? Oh my god. Of course their missions they grant are assassinate, increase unrest, and sabotage facilities, as they tend to do. Oh Jesus, that's horrible. Can we buy ISIS and just delete them?
The people will come to our side.
We were unable to instigate an uprising.
Unfortunate.
Our cause is unjustified.
God damn it! The UK wants Australia to join the war with Cambodia. UK is currently being controlled by Project Exodus and the Protectorate to drag us into Cambodia. What the fuck do I need to do here? No. No, I don't need to get involved in any of this. I mean, it is against them. I don't like them. Revolution in the US. Oh, shit. US is open season now. Look at that. Everyone just gains a... all these guys just gained a foothold there. Okay. That's interesting. Might be that we can move into the US. We just gained a control point in Finland. Which is fine. No, I don't want it. Abandon it. I don't need it. Yeah. We'll go to the next mission phase, and then gonna end the right now. All right, that's gonna be the end of today's episode. This will be a longer one. These are all gonna be around 2 hours long, just because of how long the game is. Because they're around 2 hours long, this does mean there are, of course, less videos, which is not as beneficial to the channel as a whole. But I just don't have time to split them up, as just requires a bit more editing. So please leave it a like. You know, if you're enjoying this, you can show your support that way, and that will help with the appeasing the dreaded YouTube algorithm, as we must appease these aliens. All right, everyone. I'll catch you in the next one. Ash Heriter out.